you all?
Well, you can call us here on 605-9663.
Say it again.
605-9663.
There you have it, folks. The best deals in town for all of your needs. Capital Lumber, located on Parkgate Road. Thank you for joining us on Deals Crazy TV. I'm your host, Keishan. And if you would like to be a part of this amazing show, please phone us at 423-9993 or 463-7491. And you can email us at fourwaysmedia@gmail.com.
Wahoo Fishing and Charters.
Independence to the people of the Bahamas. You enjoy your 50th day, continued prosperity, and all the best.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition. A male is dead following a double shooting. 4 passengers survive an emergency crash. Policing an uptick in online scams. And in sports, the Babe Ruth Baseball Classic heating up. The Bahamas tonight, the weekend edition, starts now. 2 men are dead following a double shooting overnight. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jiminita Swain, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. Thanks so much for joining us. The incident unfolding after midnight in the Masons Addition community. Both victims were said to be standing in a yard on Spence Street when 2 men armed with high-powered weapons opened fire, hitting the victims from a nearby track road. Upon seeing the assailants, the first victim, who was also being electronically monitored, attempted to flee but was chased, shot multiple times about the body, and collapsed into a nearby yard. The second victim receiving injuries on both legs. He died today in hospital. Investigations continue. Now, police are, of course, again actively investigating and appealing to members of the public who may have any information that can assist with this investigation to contact them at 911. 919, the Criminal Investigations Department at 502-999-1, 2, or 3, or Crime Stoppers at 328-TIPS. Another shooting incident today. Police reporting that 2 persons were wounded by gunshots in the Parkgate Road area off Camp Road. We are also awaiting additional details as this is a developing story we will continue to follow. 4 persons safe tonight following an emergency crash landing in Waters off Eleuthera after 7 Friday night. We can tell you that 4 persons were on board a Bahamian registered aircraft that took off from Governor's Harbor en route to New Providence when the pilot began experiencing issues with the aircraft and made an emergency landing. Residents of James Cistern, Eleuthera, assisted the 4 occupants of the aircraft to land, where all persons appeared well with no injuries. In other news, addressing mental health concerns at the forefront for physician Dr. Sean Knowles, who is now a part of a team at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. The facility is in the process of developing its mental health unit, which will treat inmates and assist staff members where necessary. In a recent interview with ZNS News, Dr. Knowles says there is a dire need for mental health resources and intervention at BDOCs. Currently, there are just under 155 mental health patients at the institution. He shares what the planned approach would include.
That would include not only doing psychological assessments, but also providing pharmacotherapy, medication, talk therapy. We've even tried to reach out to some family members to provide that social support for many of our inmates who may not have that social support. And so with this whole initiative, we're going to adopt a multidisciplinary team approach that not only would be the physicians and the psychologists, but also social service officers. We're hoping also to get persons who can help with recreational therapy.
Dr. Knowles says he works alongside psychologist Dr. Delano Roll. He talks about some of the cases he's encountered.
definitely substance use disorders is high on the list. In addition, major depressive disorders. We're seeing persons with schizophrenia as well. In addition to that, the concern that I have personally is the recent, I guess, what we're aware of in terms of our drug called fentanyl is here in the Bahamas, and we've been made privy to that based on several of the meetings that I would have attended. And so all of that together makes us really appreciate the importance of mental health. We have to be proactive in trying to help people.
More than 300 inmates have completed the Prisoner's Journey program at the Bahamas Department of Corrections, and this week another group, this time from maximum security, graduated. It was a time of celebration and worship as inmates led prison officials and visiting family members in praise and worship as they celebrated their accomplishment. During the 8-week course carried out in conjunction with Prison Fellowship Bahamas, prisoners studied the Book of Mark, and several of the prisoners testified to the growth they have experienced.
Before this class, I still had a lot of anger and hate built up in me, where I don't think I was ready to enter into society. But being able to communicate with people who have love for others in their heart showed me that there was still hope.
That's powerful.
Through God's grace and mercy.
Through the program, my behavior evolved for me because I learned more how to forgive and have more love in Christ.
People count us out, and that tends to cause us to count ourselves out. Yes. But through this Prisoner's Journey program and the exposure it gives us, I want to say to everyone, if you count us out, then you can't count.
Well, President of Bahamas Prison Fellowship, Reverend Anthony Sands, says in prisons where the program has been held, there has been a reduction in recidivism in addition to other benefits, while Acting Commissioner of Corrections Don Clear encouraged the inmates.
Prison Fellowship Bahamas is here to support you in our community outreach programs. And of course, when we come into the facilities that are here, and even after you've been released, and you don't have a place to go, and you have made up your mind that you want to go straight and you need support, we have a transitional house.
You have taken that first step. Only you can change yourself.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter what we do.
Yes, sir.
What we try to teach, how we try to prepare the staff to teach you, it is up to you to make that change within yourself.
Still to come in the weekend edition, law enforcement warning persons against online scammers. Details of that after the break.
Vaccines protect those we love the most, our children and our grandchildren. I vaccinated my children to protect them. Getting your child immunized can protect them against diseases like polio, measles, whooping cough, and others. So protect your child today by getting them immunized. My grandchildren are vaccinated. You should do the same. Vaccinate your children and your grandchildren and make sure they are safe.
As we celebrate our 50th year of independence, let's move forward to protecting ourselves and each other from vaccine-preventable diseases, upward to achieving the highest vaccination rates in the region, and onward to a safer, healthier Bahamas. We can achieve this together. In New Providence, visit Ann's Town Clinic, Flamingo Gardens Clinic, Elizabeth Estate Clinic, or if you're in the Family Island, visit any of your routine vaccination clinics for vaccines. COVID-19 vaccines are also available.
The most important thing in life is family, and whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind. business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
This portion of the news was brought to you by Sun Oil Limited Shell, fueling journeys that matter.
Welcome back. The Financial Crimes Unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force beefing up its surveillance against online scammers who prey on victims' fears and anxieties. Our Desmond Sanders has more.
Well, Jimenita, it's a growing trend that's emerged on the local scene. Banking scams where online fraudsters carry out sophisticated plots to lure vulnerable victims out of millions. Officers from the Financial Crimes Unit of the Royal Bahamas Police Force warning residents to be aware.
So as it relates to those persons that are affected from the fraud part of the cybercrime, we advise those persons to be very careful, right? We have a lot of crafty criminals out there that their aim is to just target those persons. We've seen a lot lately, whereas a lot of females have become the targets.
Police also seeing an uptick in romance scams where victims are enticed to contribute cash to foster a fake romantic relationship. Substantial winnings are offered if the victim can send cash.
We have the romance scam, we have what we call the account takeover, and we have this thing called the Samsung scam. And so what we say to persons is, if you go online, all right, we have where these persons would target the persons and want a relationship with them. They have never met the perpetrator, and the perpetrator actually asks them to send funds to them in order for them to get other funds. That itself is a red flag. We also have matters where we call the online takeover. It's with most of the financial institutions, whereas your account may have been compromised, and the persons would then ask you they would send you a link and ask you to put in your passwords.
Now, police also advising residents to be on the lookout for fraudulent lotteries, prize draws, sweepstake games, and auction sites. Crooks are constantly building mousetraps to lure vulnerable victims.
Persons are getting calls in terms of to say, well, you had a loved one died and they left this substantial amount of monies for you, but in order for you to claim it, we need you to send these credentials. And people automatically believe it at first, you know. And also we had another incident where a lady, she got a call to say, well, she was the lucky winner for a furniture set. And she actually believed it and she actually sent funds over.
And remember, avoid sharing your bank account details online and instead use an intermediary such as PayPal or credit card to provide additional information. Practicing alternatives to disclosing your true details could go a long way to limiting your data being used against you. Desmond Sanders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Desmond. As we head to the break, we'd like to thank all of our viewers watching us live on our social media platforms. And just in case you missed the news, be sure to head there to catch up. Stay with us. Sports is after the break.
From those who are up before the sun, from those who are not afraid to get their hands dirty, from those who earn it from the sweat of their brow, through cuts and bruises, long hours in the scorching heat, we are dedicated to creating a cleaner Bahamas for all. From those who bleed these colors, just like you. Standing on the shoulders of those who came before us, there's no way we can fail. Although the road was not easy, we got through it together. From every shoreline to every park swing, and we are just getting started. 50 years down, forever to go. Happy Independence, Bahamas. From the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority.
Introducing the Focal Smart Pass app that helps you to fuel up faster. Here's how it works. Download the app on the App Store or get it on Google Play and create your profile with payment details. Visit your nearest Shell station, open the app, scan the pump's QR code, select your payment amount, and begin fueling. Say goodbye to cash and cards because the Focal Smart Pass offers secure and convenient payment options right at your fingertips. Download Focal Smart Pass now and fuel up faster today.
Vibrant heart of the Bahamas, a common loftier goal unites us all. A place where love and unity thrive, where world-class technology is accessible and affordable, connecting every generation. We believe in our heritage and the boundless potential that lies within us. We believe in Bahamians.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a Sand Dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
which of us you choose.
You can pay for goods and services
wherever Sand Dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sports Saturday. I'm Charles Fisher. The Babe Ruth Caribbean Baseball Championships. They are into day 3 at the Blue Hills and Andrew Rogers Baseball Diamonds. Over 22 teams from all over the world are here. Coach Bill Souza and the squad from the Cayman Islands have been here before.
Our second time coming to the tournament, so at least had a little experience with the hotel, the travel. Thankfully we're one of the closest islands, I think, to you guys, so it wasn't that long of a flight. Kids are a little tired, but that was expected coming in at 8 in the morning. But overall, we appreciate the hospitality you guys show us here. We had a great time last year. Been excited to come back. We're happy to be here. We're still a developing program. Cayman Islands is probably one of the few Caribbean islands that baseball kind of skipped over. So it's something that's been on our island for about 30 years, but as far as this type of travel program, this is only the second year that we've done it. So we're just telling them to stay within themselves, work as best they can, and use this as a development piece.
Players Liam White not only here to play ball, but enjoy what the Bahamas has to offer.
It's really fun in the hotel. We get to play games and enjoy each other's company. And here, it's just playing baseball. Everybody, all the players love it. So we don't really have to try and have fun because it's natural.
They may have come from the furthest distance, the Netherlands, and Coach Christian Gibbs.
Well, we've been training for a while now. The kids are getting to know each other because they're from different teams in the Netherlands, and they came together. They got to know each other best pretty all right. The journey here itself is a long journey because we had to go to London, from London to here. It's a 9-hour flight and a half an hour from the Netherlands to London. Kids were tired, but we made it here, so I'm happy. The people here are amazing. They're treating us very well. What can I say? We feel at home here, so that's important.
Meantime, the Bahamas under-12 pitcher Sean Forbes also enjoying the tournament, being at home and proud to wear those colors.
It's a great honor because, most kids would love to be here, but we got selected, and I think that you have to have some potential to be selected out of like a country with a bunch of people who want to do the same thing. So it's really a great honor to be able to be here and do this.
This tournament attracting international baseball scouts, and with Team Bahamas under-16 picking up their biggest win of the tournament on opening night and sending a message, 5-4 come from behind win over the powerful United States. Coach Greg Burrows Jr. indicating Team 4-2, they are no joke.
We have a few prospects on this team, a couple of guys already committed with teams on this team, and guys looking forward to an opportunity moving forward in up-and-coming classes. So we think it's a good competitive team. We're definitely going to put on a show for the scouts and for the fans that come out and watch this team play.
And a week after the Jubilee Bahamas games ended, fans from all over are still talking about the performance by the contingent from Columbus Isles. Chairman Stephen S. Brown says the showing will go a long way in developing sports on those islands, Cat Island, Rum Cay, and San Salvador.
This should give us a good drive towards development. And a lot of folks out there who are descendants of Cat Island, Rum Cay, or San Salvador, the Columbus Isles, they should in turn even look at the fact that this has put them on the map also, because a lot of people wasn't under the understanding of the whole concept of this Bahamas games and who could participate. Some thought you got to be from San Salvador, you got to be from Cat Island or Rum Cay, and you got to be living there now, But I tell them no, it's not like that. As long as your great grandmommy or pappy is from that, any one of those islands, you can participate. And I think that's going to give it a drive, especially when, Andres have to run us down to catch us. Well, we can understand that because, they could catch crab good, but I don't know how to catch the hour. But nevertheless, that was the point. That's the point in trying to, keep this going. And when I go back down there, I'm hoping that, these folks could take this and let's run with it.
And that's going to do it for Sports Saturday. I'm Charles Fisher. Continue to enjoy your evening.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Disaster strike with little to no warning. We hope for the best, but should be prepared for the worst. And you understand that an always online communication system plays a critical role in business as usual when emergencies occur. At Teleport One, we can prepare your business to operate as normal with our many voice, data, and video solutions. Contact us today and let our team ensure that you operate business as usual. 502-4550 or email sales@teleportone.com.
Now that the 50th anniversary of Independence celebration have come to an end, it's time to get back to work. We here at the Bahamas Public Parks and Public Beaches Authority wasted no time in mobilizing and executing our duties in keeping our thoroughfares clean for the enjoyment of all. With all the festivities that took place over the holiday weekend, it's easy to lose track. But we kept our eyes on the goal and our minds on the mission at hand. From the beaches to the thoroughfares, our objectives are clear. A cleaner Bahamas for all.
Bahamians are rediscovering Grand Bahama through immersive staycation experiences at Lighthouse Point Grand Lucaya. Pamper yourself at our Senses Spa or savor exotic cocktails by the sea. Unwind and enjoy serenity, 18 holes of golf, fine dining, romance, business conventions and meetings, grand outdoor events. For Bahamas resident rates at Lighthouse Point, call 242-373-1333 or WhatsApp message 827-8195.
With the help of our authorized financial institutions, or AFIs, using sand dollars is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Step 1. Identify your preferred AFI by browsing their websites or contacting them directly. Step 2. Download the free mobile application from Google Play or the Apple Store and then register for a sand dollar account. Step 3. Load money onto your mobile app and begin sending and receiving sand dollars or purchasing and selling goods and services.
We are pleased to be
your central bank approved
digital wallet providers.
It does not matter
Which of us you choose,
You can pay for goods and services
wherever sand dollar is accepted.
We are all in this together.
Visit sanddollar.bs for more information.
It's time now for a check on tonight's weather forecast. Chief Meteorologist Basil Dane joins us in studio with the latest temperatures. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Jimenita. We have a few clouds this evening. Temperature at 89 degrees. The relative humidity on the rich side at about 70%. Winds out of the southwest at 9 miles per hour. The barometric pressure 1,016.3 millibars. That is 29.99 inches. And your temperatures around the Farming Valleys this evening. We're picking up some 90s in Marshall, Babico, Greenville, Key. Also Freeport, Grand Bahama at 90 degrees. The Berry Islands a little warmer at 91. Allenstown, Bimini 87 degrees, 89 in Harbor Island. Rock Sound, Eleuthera 88, 90 degrees in Black Point, Exuma. Also Kemps Bay, South Andros, and Fresh Creek in Central Andros. Allenstown, Cat Island, San Salvador, and Rumkey at 87 degrees, 85 in Georgetown, Exuma, 87 in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and over there in Crooked Island as well. Betsy Bay 89, Acklands 89, Matthew Tiny Nagua 83, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 89 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight through Sunday in the northwest and central islands. Those winds are going to be light and variable. Very flat sea conditions, so great boating conditions over the weekend. High tide, that will occur at 11:50 tonight. You can expect a low tide at 6:15 tomorrow morning. And for the southeast bombers through Sunday, easterly winds 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. In the tropics, we have this tropical wave midway between Africa and the Lesser Antilles. The Hurricane Center is monitoring it, and they're giving it up to about a 60% chance of development over the next 7 days. And just behind that, and hot off the African coast, we have another tropical wave, which is also advancing towards the west. We'll keep our eyes on that very closely as well. And then there is tropical storm Dawn, still out there in the northern Atlantic at 5 o'clock this afternoon. The center of circulation was some 545 miles to the south-southeast of Newfoundland. It is moving towards the north at some 13 miles per hour, and maximum sustained wind have increased to 65 miles per hour. However, because of the cooler temperatures that it will be moving over in the next several hours, we anticipate that by Sunday night, early Monday morning, this system will dissipate. Then closer to home, we have that low-level troughing, which has shifted slightly east into the south, providing some showers near the southern portion of Cat Island and San Salvador, and that will continue to drift towards the east and south. Elsewhere, high pressure will remain in control tonight. We are looking at partly cloudy, very warm conditions in the forecast with a low temperature of 81 degrees. Tomorrow, it's going to be a mixed bag of cloud and sunshine, but remaining hot and humid. 90 degrees for your high temperature tomorrow. The heat index, once again, we're calculating it to be somewhere around 102 degrees. Extended weather forecast is looking like this. Those showers will be in the forecast of an isolated nature on Monday, possibly an isolated thunderstorm as well. On Tuesday, a lot much better, but come Wednesday, we'll see a heavy deck of cloud rolling, and that will be due to a low-level troughing, which will move over the area. Temperature-wise, low 90s once again during the daytime, except for Wednesday. We'll see a slight decrease in the temperature because of that heavy cloud cover and the showers associated with it. But nevertheless, those nighttime temperatures will continue to be very muggy. Juanita.
Thanks, Basil, and that will end the Bahamas Tonight, the weekend edition. We thank you for continuing to make ZNS your #1 news and information network, as only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. On behalf of the entire team, thanks for watching and good night.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.